Visit ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at Marshadow and Machamp Tag Team GX deck, or at least part of the deck, part of the fighting deck that I'm gonna use in today's video. 270 HP fighting Pokemon with Revenge, 100 Blows Impact, and Acme of Heroism GX attack. Very interesting card that it's probably overlooked for now. But I like the fact with the Revenge that if you play Rainbow Energy and Counter game, you can literally use Revenge in any deck as a tag, so Marshadow and Machamp can be pretty much tagged in any deck. But if you need energy, you have even more options to play Marshadow. 100 Blows Impact can also be used for 2 energies, for 160 if you get lucky with that counter gain, or maybe Acme of Heroism can be used for 2 fighting energies and double course energy, and then you can just simply, hit for 200, and if Machamp would be knocked out by the damage from opponent's attack during the next turn, it's not going to be knocked out, it will just stays in the front with 10 HP, which is insane, in my opinion. Because you force your opponent to attack, and you force your opponent not to take a prize card, so yeah. Interesting card as well. So what else I'm playing on this build? 2 Rakros and 2 copies of a Lycanroc, 1 copy of Buzzwole for the non-GX attack, and the NC, and of course 3 copies of Zygarde GX and 2 copies of Tapu Lele. I decided to go with 3 Zygarde GX in this build because I'm gonna need probably double course energy sometimes, and sometimes if I play just heavily against GX deck, I can maybe win the game with the Verdict GX, in theory, because I can prevent my opponents from attacking with their GX as my Zygarde. In addition to that, 4 copies of Acrobike for the draw support, as well as 4 copies of Cynthia, 1 Judge, and 2 copies of a Lily. Acrobike is also good because you can just discard your fighting energies and attach them with that cell connector. So very important to have that cell connector available for the Verdict GX turn 2 if it's possible. Some tech cards: Fill Blower, Palpad, and Rescue Stretcher, basically for the Pokemon supporter recycle, and of course that Fill Blower for the Tool Disruption and also Stadium. 2 copies of Switch with 4 copies of Ultra Ball, and then 3 copies of Brooklet Hail in addition to Ultra Ball for the setup. So with 4 Ultra Balls and 3 Brooklet Hails, I think we're gonna have good time setting up. A little bit more of tag supporter cards: 2 copies of Acerola and 1 copy of Bunny. Very good because we can reuse that Verdict GX Zygarde attack. Tools: 2 Choice Bands and 1 Counter Gain, and 14 energies, which is a lot of energies. 4 copies of Double Course energies and just 10 regular fighting energies as well. Very interesting deck list that I just decided to build. A lot of fun, definitely. Machamp, very powerful card. You should definitely try it out and see by yourself. And I think it's definitely very good future investment to get some of the Marshadow and Machamp GX for the current and future format. So move on to the deck list. Move on from the deck list to the gameplay, so you can see the deck in action. So see you in the game. Alright, so by going second, there is a good chance that I can swing turn 1 with Zygarde. And as it looks, almost perfect hand if there was literally Zygarde. So, and if it was a turn 1, I could just simply, if it was my turn 1 and if I go first, I could just simply put double course energy on Zygarde, put the Brooklet Hill on the bench, grab something on the bench, and then just judge my opponent. And yeah, but not gonna happen, unfortunately. And I'm gonna play against very boring Zoroark deck, another in a row. I'm very happy to see Zoroark going out of the rotation because this deck is just, it is something that for a long time was Yveltal deck, and before Yveltal, what was Darkrai? So for a long time, speaking about Darkness decks, from let's say 2011, we had Darkrai with that Night Spear ability, Night Spear attack and Dark Cloak ability, if I'm not wrong, or just reverse. We had that Darkrai with the Sableye deck. Later, Darkrai gets some extra support with Hypnotoxic Laser and Verbing City Gym. And later than that, it just go out of the rotation. And then X and Y appeared. And then just literally a new Darkness Pokemon pop up. And it was Yveltal. Yveltal was maybe even a little bit stronger. You didn't have for a trade option, that's true, but you had basically options to switch that energy to one of your benched Pokemons. And then they printed the new Darkrai that was actually decent and playable with Giratina for a while, and after that they just decided to release something that is not basic, something that is just stage. And they decided to print basically Zoroark. And Zoroark is very powerful. You gotta be kidding me. Maybe I can pull switch here, maybe I can't. I have Guzma available, which basically means that I can knock that Zorua out. But I'm gonna grab Guzma, and I'm gonna hit double Horse Energy to my Tapu Lele, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna judge and knock my opponent Zorua out. And I'm just gonna try to expand my bench by a little bit more, and maybe I get lucky with, knockout versus this Zorua. I mean, I will definitely get lucky with the knockout versus this Zorua because he decided to attach double Horse Energy. Rookie mistake. But never mind. I had option to gamble for literally switch, and if I missed switch, I would probably took some damage and punishment, or I had option to just simply play Guzma on his Zorua. Since I'm running also non-GX attacker, which is a Baby Buzz, I'm gonna have option to knock that Hoopa out with a single shot when my opponent will go down to 4 prize cards. He decided to wall a little bit. And then maybe... Oh, actually, this might be a Guzma play. Escape Rope. Alright, you can have the Zygarde. Why not? I'm gonna probably play Acerola to scoop him. Or maybe not. It depends. It actually depends on the top deck. I do have... I have actually very strong play in my hand, which is Ultra Ball for Lycanroc. But I need double Core's Energy top deck in order to knock the Zorua out. If that can happen, that would be amazing. Because then I can knock Zorua out, and Zorua is the only one that can actually bring some fire in game, if you know what I mean. So, Retaliate for 120. It actually appeared from nowhere. And Cynthia is a top deck. So, with that being said, I'm looking forward to play the Ultra Ball. And unfortunately, I can't. I need to knock this Umbreon out. Did I miss the ants? It looks like I did. Tough decision. Seriously. So he can go with a Dark Cutter, maybe with a Choiceman for the knockout. And I think it might not be a bad idea to not knock something out, but actually to apply some pressure to something like Slugma, for example. Alright, and Cell Connector should be very effective here. 50. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened that I didn't even checked if I have my DNC available, but never mind for that. Right now, that's just too late. For next turn, I have the Tensor strategy available if my opponent managed to surprise me somehow there. Hopefully, he won't be able to surprise me, but we shall see. Alright, so just to see what else do I have, I'm gonna get that Baby Buzz in play. And I'm thinking about using that Guzma, and I'm thinking about applying some pressure with my Tapu Lele to his Umbreon. Resistance won't be effective here, so I'm hitting for 60, meaning that I can double hit knock out that Umbreon. And I have Retaliation with my Revenge with my Marshadow and Machamp ready. So technically I can knock anything, literally anything, with just 2 energies. Plus I have that Buzzwole for the Sledgehammer as well. And there are 2 counter attackers sitting on my bench, ready to basically hit anything for the weakness. And my opponent having a hard time getting, support a card after that Judge. So actually Judge was very effective against him. And there's a double course energy for his Hoopa. So looks like this might be a retreat on the Hoopa for the stall. If that happens, I don't have too many options available. Maybe just retreat and hit with the Buzzwole for 60. Which wouldn't be a bad idea at all, because then he can hit for 80 and I can still hit for 60 and knock him out. And get rid of the Hoopa from play. Other than that, that's pretty much it. What I like about Marshadow and Machamp GX is that you can use that Acme of Heroism GX with the double cores energy, so from nowhere you can just throw, double cores energy and then... Oh, so what did he do? Okay, interesting. Maybe I can just retreat and GX him. But before that, we're gonna keep that energy in our hand, just in case. And Verdict GX should do the job. Since I have Bonnie sitting in my hand as a top deck, I thought myself it might not be a bad idea just to, came in front with the Zygarde, took the knockout. And there is another Umbreon. He can swing for 80, but damage won't be applied. And then again, for the turn, I'm gonna probably throw the Bonnie down. Seriously? Oh, just for Verdict GX, just from the GX Pokemons. Never mind. At least I have my Buzz available. It's actually part of the plan. Just joking. It was a misplay. Anyways, energy for the Buzz. And just the Brookleaf Hill for nothing. Obviously. Obviously for nothing. I can throw the Bonnie down just for the turn and discard Stadium from play as well. And other than that, that counter gain will just sit in the hand for now. Going for the knockout with weakness, obviously. And there is a Lily. Alright, Lycanroc can theoretically knock my Marshadow and Machamp out if I have 5 Pokemons on the bench with help of the Yancy. Or just a single choice bet. So the top deck for my opponent was maybe... So he can go for 120. Still he needs something like Professor Skakui. Oh, if he knocks me out with Professor Skakui, that would be amazing. Still I would have Revenge. I don't know why I always think that Zygarde can prevent damage done to him from any type of Pokemon. It would be just too strong and people would just attempt to play it. Because it would be too broken in my opinion, especially with the Bonnie. Yeah, the truth is, it would be too broken. But anyways, Mocargo is sitting here for that Smooth Over. And I don't know what's going to be the top deck for my opponent. I can just assume that it's going to be some sort of the Drow supporter. Since my opponent still have 4 price cards available, I can still swing hard. And I'm going to definitely swing hard. But first, we're gonna put that counter gain down and throw the Lily in play. And And that's gonna be another Sledgehammer play. There we go, 240, and I'm going down to only 2 prize cards. And unfortunately, I already used my GX, meaning that I can't strike for 200. But more than that, I'm not quite sure what my opponent can theoretically do here in order to win this game. It is super unlikely for him that he will win. But for example, even if he knocks me out with Zork, which is the only potential attacker for him, it's just going to be impossible to win because my opponent will move down to 3 prize cards and I will have Revenge available for 240 even without energy card. And that's just a GG. So I'm still waiting to strike with my Marshadow GX and Machamp GX, at least with Revenge. 100 blows impact for 160 with 2 fightings and 1 Color's energy. When they actually printed this card, they printed it with interesting attack cost. 2 fighting energies and Color's energies, meaning that you can use, Revenge for literally 1 single fighting energy as long as you have counter gain available, and that's just insane in my opinion. So we will see Zorak here definitely, if it's not prized obviously. And then after that, probably smooth over for the double Core's energy into the knockout. But if there's no Zorak GX, maybe my opponent don't even play Zorak GX. Maybe he just plays, a regular Zorak with, let's say, counter gain or something like that. Not quite sure. Ultra Ball for Eevee. So switch, retaliate, maybe. I don't know. This is a unit energy, meaning that he can even knock me out with Stampede, which I completely overlooked. So he can even do that. Of course he can do that. And then still I need to take 2 prize cards. Since I have Guzman, the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knock that Rockruff out, maybe. Or maybe not. Ooh, seriously? He can GX me. Yeah, I almost overlooked it. But 270 HP, it's just a little bit too much, I should say. Literally it is. Ultra Ball for, let's say, Lieutenant Surge and Ultra Ball, because I'm not going to be in a position to play Lieutenant Surge anymore anyways. Choice Band, not going to play. I'm just going to play that Cynthia. So energy is available for my Lycanroc, just in case. Pulpad as well, can be for, let's say, Guzma and double Guzma, just in case, again. And then I'm ready with Revenge for 240. There we go. And another Zygarde. Alright, and that's it. So next turn I'm ready to knock whatever steps in the front. Or maybe not. I'm wondering if there is anything else that my opponent can actually surprise me. I'm wondering if I'm going to be able even to look at his deck and see what else he plays. The good thing is that even if he brings back that Hoopa with Skandar Guard in play, I have like Lycanroc plus 3 Guzmas available in my deck in order to just bypass that play. But yeah, I really like the idea that you can tech Marshadow and Machamp in pretty much any deck, as long as you play, counter gain and let's say Rainbow Energy or maybe some sort of unit energy. And there is a Lycanroc, so this might be a catch play on the Rockruff for the knockout with Revenge, let's say. Or maybe onto my Lycanroc as well. Okay, so still my opponent didn't use GX, meaning that theoretically with, fighting energy and, let's say, counter gain, he could potentially use that Dangerous Rogue GX, but just for 150. Ace Roll a Scoop for Macargo. That was a very interesting play, so he can smooth over once again and reset Slugma. And he wastes turn for supporter play. Since I have Fighting Energy available in my hand, this is not gonna be enough if I want to pay my retreat cost. I can do that, but still I can swing with my Revenge, so my opponent managed to buy himself at least one more turn. So there is Retaliate, 120. And what's gonna happen as the top deck? The top deck will be strong, so we're gonna go literally all in here. And I'm gonna throw the Cynthia down, so I can have a greater chance to pull a double Course Energy, and I didn't. Wow, that is just insane. Literally it is. Literally, it is insane. No sign of the double Course Energy. I have 2 more left, and there is a black market, so luckily I didn't put my Proclatail in play, but it doesn't matter because I have double Guzma available. I have double Guzma available, and my opponent is still trying to basically buy a turn here. So the black market was a top deck with a Macargo, meaning that he might not have anything else available, just the Darkness Energy, and Retaliate. Well played, definitely a good deck, very interesting idea, but finally I can swing with my Machamp for 160. I could even go for like 190, but it wouldn't be enough for the knockout because the Ants was priced. And I already used my GX, so I couldn't knock that Lycanroc out. But overall, definitely interesting deck idea. And Machamp is definitely good Pokemon as well. So yeah, he played that Zoroark with Taunt, which says that you can switch one of your opponent banished Pokemon to their active Pokemon, and Night Punishment, which says that this attack does 20 damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile, but you can't add more than 20. And I'm just interested to see item cards, so Communication, Energy Switch, Field Blower, Nazball, Escape Rope, Ultra Ball, Devour Field, Black Market. Only one Guzma. Interesting. No sign of the... Did he even play... Oh yeah, he played Unit Energy. That explains a lot of things. Yeah, that's the GG. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. We'll see you next time. So till then, have a nice day and goodbye.